Hello there, guys and girls, and welcome to another episode of Road to Rome 2. Here we are today. Road to Rome 2 again. It's a series where we get psyched up about Rome and Rome 2 Total War's release coming to you in October of 2013 by playing the original Rome Total War. And every time we do an episode, I ask you guys about the next faction that you would like me to play. And last time, the most interesting one and the most popular one was Egypt. Now, in my eyes, Egypt is one of the best skirmish factions in this game. Just because they have a lot of variety in terms of their archer units, in terms of their mounted units, and you can really play them in sort of many different ways, and still sort of count as a skirmish army. So let's go ahead and take a look at my army. This army, I think, is sort of like the standard Egypt build. Even though it does have some perks that I added to it. First of all, I've got two of these units of these Egyptian chariot archers, and these guys are like kind of double up as scythe chariots. So yeah, sure, they skirmish really well, but you can actually have them attack enemy cav, and they would destroy the enemy cav. But you just gotta remember, you gotta have them off of skirmish mode, and when you are fighting enemy cav, you have to keep clicking away and around the cav. You can't let them get bogged down because they will get killed. So two of those, they're gold. My main line is composed of 6 of these bowmen. Just standard bowmen, they're also gold. This is sort of like the backbone of my army. 2 units of the Pharaoh's bowmen, which are very excellent bow units, and these guys have the long range. They are a gold attack. I've got 2 units of these awesome Nile spearmen here. I really like how these guys look. I mean, in Rome Total War, Egypt isn't a faction that is depicted historically accurately, at least for the time of the other factions. But these ones are gold defense. And then I've got 2 units of these desert axemen, and they have gold silver, I believe. And these guys are there to basically, because they're quick, they're considered light infantry, they can run away from enemy heavy infantry. And since I'm playing against Macedon today, they're gonna behave very excellently as a they're gonna bait the enemy infantry, and at the same time they're gonna be able to run away, and then when they do strike back, they will do sort of a good job. Let's go ahead and pause here before the battle goes out of hand. The rest of my army is composed of 4 of these units, and these are the Egyptian chariots. They're considered to be heavy cavalry. These guys are very deadly against enemy cav. Don't get them around infantry. They'll do sort of well, but again, you can't let your chariots get bogged down. If your chariots get bogged down, they're going to get slaughtered. And they are sort of weak to archers, but that's why I have a strong strong archer contingent. My opponent has a pretty balanced Macedonian army here. He's got 4 units of companion cav. That looks like a gold attack on all 4 of them. And then he has 3 units. Was it? No, 2 units of Cretan archers. No upgrades. They do actually. A gold attack upgrade. And then his main line is composed of 6 units of phalanx pikemen. So it would appear. Yes, again, not many upgrades on them. Oh look, so there's another unit of Cretans, and then he has, look at this, a general's armored bodyguard. Not really a good idea to bring that, and then 2 more companion cavalry. So the battle starts with me sending my chariot archers to this wing, and usually opponents will try to chase your cav away, thinking that they can catch you. But as you can see, these gold units are absolutely tearing up this companion cav, and I am focusing the attack with my archers as well. And the cool thing about Egypt when they're skirmishing is that their archers are actually pretty decent in melee. So he's gonna charge me over here. I don't really care because I'm moving my cav around, and I'm going to get a surround on him. And I actually charged both of his cav units, and look how quickly my chariots decimated those cavalry units. Very fast, and again, I just made a run through and then had another one swing around, and that way I was able to surround them, and then I walk right out of there. So here my unit of bowmen got weakened. I'm peeling off the expensive unit, bringing more units to support, and here comes my Nile cavalry, and he's gonna turn and take the charge pretty well. Here comes another unit, but at the same time I'm firing at his backs, and I think I'm going to actually command my horse archers here to come into the fray. Yeah, here they come. Shooting as they come in, and then they're gonna once they make contact, they're going to cause an instant rout. Like, see how they sort of turn around and they use their scythe wheels to sort of do the damage. So there we go. I killed off his cavalry now. He has one more unit, which is his bodyguard. I swing my my heavy chariots around the back. He's actually getting some good shots on them. He's using flaming arrows. I don't know why these aren't scythe chariots, so they're not going to be going amok. And now he's sort of starting to try to engage my infantry. But see, this is why I like these Nile Axemen, because unlike the phalanx unit, they can actually run away. So I charge the phalanx here without it actually being down. The phalanx goes down now. I put my spears down here, and this is going to allow me to sort of come in and do a charge. He is going to try and catch me, and he actually doesn't, unfortunately for him. He had good positioning, but my units are going to come in and just absolutely destroy this unit of phalanx pikemen. Over here, I did a charge on his archers. His archers are now non-existent. And there goes his units at the front, and all he has remaining really are these sort of last remaining infantry units, which are about to get surrounded by mine. So when you play an army like this, it's all about who can stay ahead of the game. And if I'm using a skirmish army, I want to sort of be aggressive, and I want to press my advantages on my opponent, which is something I tell you every time. You obviously want to play to your strength, but especially for a skirmish army, you can't really you can't be hesitant or afraid. You have to have a sort of a battle plan down, and you have to always get the surround on your opponent. Try to split your opponent's attention by doing by doing little micro actions here and there, left and right, and try not to lose your expensive units. Like you saw earlier in this battle, I lost one of my bow units, and it wasn't too big of a deal because it was a very cheap unit. It was an expendable unit, and it meant that I could get a better surround on my opponent with my more expensive units that I care about. So keep your expensive units alive. Keep your surround going. You always have to be surrounding, and make sure that your units don't get caught in bad positions. Choose the location of the engagement, and then Egypt's superiority when it comes to missile and cav is going to shine. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Road to Rome 2. Remember to leave a comment telling me what you think the next faction should be. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new to the channel and if you haven't already done so. This was a clear victory. You can see the stats in front of you here. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you